This is Poo-Too talking like a robot on Monday night. Because it's D&D night! I don't play a robot, but robots could show up. Welcome. It's Monday night.
I have in the past.
We got the crew together, the Poo-Too and the crew. And I got Climate Change, I got PS Zombie, I got Battle Armor, all here for a good old Monday night. Burp, 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 burp.
We love to see it.
Love to see it. All right, DM PS Zombie, how are you?
I'm terrific.
You're
I had an
terrific.
oral exam in Spanish that I did terrible in. Thanks to goodwill with the professor, I still got a B. So I'm happy.
Fantastic.
Happy as a clam.
I knew you were worried about that one.
Professor, if you're listening, thank you for giving him a B. That's perfect.
Yes. Evelyn, you're a champ.
Burp, burp, burp.
School should have more air horns.
We got a B.
We got a B.
We got a B over here.
That's awesome. Well, congrats on your B. I know you were dreading it, so way to go. Any other life updates? Climate Change is getting over being sick. We're glad to have you back, Climate Change.
Yeah, COVID,
Round 2. Ding, ding, ding.
Double COVID.
Double hitter.
Let's not go for round 3.
It's true.
Trying to move on past that.
Poor climate changer over here. He's got that constitution score of 7.
Negative
Minus 2 bonus.
That's funny.
Yeah. The Constitution, I rolled real low on at birth.
Yeah.
So,
At birth.
The dice. He got that crit one twice in a row. What are the odds?
Cool.
but now I am stronger than ever.
Was it a crit one or was it a natural 19? It's hard to say.
Yeah, I had it twice so that you all didn't have to deal with it.
Taking one
just
for the
took-
team.
I really appreciate that.
What a squad mate. Way to go. Thank you. I feel safer. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
This dude is 40 now?
Hayden Christensen. Sorry. You must have missed.
Oh, I came in too late.
Yeah, it's currently Hayden Christensen's birthday, and he is 40.
That's awesome.
He is upsetting to me.
Congrats to him. And also, I'm
incredible.
I couldn't be more pumped to see him in the Obi-Wan series. So,
Yes.
Indeed.
if they bring back him and they bring back Maul, man, that's worth the price of admission.
Happy birthday to our favorite Anakin Skywalker. Thank you for everything, and thank you for the listen as we do
Thank
this
you
birthday
for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend of the show, of the Poo-Too Show.
Was he Anakin? I only know him as Jumper.
Oh, such a good movie.
Jumper, based on Push by Sapphire.
Such a good movie.
It's a terrific movie.
We got off track real
Bring
quick.
back the Jumper universe.
As much as I'd love to talk about Jumper, that's a whole different stream and podcast probably combined. So,
Misty Step.
PS Zombie.
I think it's more like Thunderstep in that movie.
It's just a little
Sure.
vacuum.
Yes.
Do you want to catch us up? Catch the listeners up on where we were?
Yeah, so we have left the Endless Sea. We are currently in the familiar jungle that is the lead up to the Ziggurat, which we presume is the exit from this realm. We beat up some little baby dragons. Karos is currently in someone else's body with his mind.
Just crazy.
Yeah, that's about it. We had a little battle royale last time, a little dream realm combat.
Yes, we did.
It turns out
Anubis kicked me in.
Turns out player characters aren't balanced against each other. Who knew?
It's utterly ridiculous.
Who knew D&D isn't made for PvP?
He milked me for all I was worth.
Ha! Ah!
All the stakes weren't very high.
Pun counter 2. Oh, pun counter 3. Pun counter 3.
Oh yeah, and Mr. Currently a Rogue I didn't list it on your abilities, but don't forget you can do that bonus action, give yourself advantage for 0 speed. That's a pretty sweet new ability.
Oh, the new one? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, love that crap. But yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to do introductions or we want to dive right in? I'm fine either way.
Victor goes first. Hi, I'm Amubis. I won the last fantasy battle.
All right.
I get the gold star, and my character's incredible. I'm a Grave Domain cleric, Minotaur race, with a little bit of a paladin to me. That helped me out in that little fantasy battle. Had I not had that, the story may have been different, side character. So it's really hats off to the DM for letting me do a little finesse class, because that was what saved me, for sure. All right, I'm done bragging.
All right, Battle Armor, you want to do a quick introduction?
Yeah. I'm playing a character named Karos Fester. I am usually an armor artificer. But yes, as P.S. Zombie mentioned, we found a man along the way who still had some of his mental faculties, and we decided to help him out. And turns out that how the path interpreted that was putting me in his body. So I'm currently playing a phantom rogue by the name of Joe Glass. But I'm still myself. So Karos Fester, Avario.
And then climate change.
Climate change. Yeah, I'm playing Alibaba, the shifty warlock tiefling.
Mm-hmm. He's
with his trusty familiar newt.
Who once was a newt, but now is just a sparrow named Newt. Adorable. All right, so yeah, we pick back up. There is a statue of a generic goddess creature, and you all had already found the door, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just as you please.
Yeah. I think we were pretty much done here. We had a little investigation of the statue and everything like that, and all dragons on the ground have been absorbed into necklaces. So
I turn to Alibaba and I say, Alibaba, it feels like it's been a while. How are you?
Hello.
I don't know why. It just feels like we haven't talked. Are you all right?
I'm good. I feel like there's been some things that happened while I was gone, and I'm just not going to question it, you know?
He beat me up in a dream.
I knew there was something weird. Do you feel okay?
I'm perfectly fine, yes.
Okay. That's good.
I feel great.
Mentally, perhaps.
Yeah, so who won the fight? I just wonder, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He basically poured the sun inside of me, and it hurt a lot.
I'll keep that in mind next time
I'll say that you all also noticed that where they were not previously there before, the statue now has horns. Just small little bumpy horns, but it's got little horns.
Yeah.
I pointed out. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Apparently, I messed with the bull. It gets the horns.
Oh, man. Our pun counter's getting out of control.
That was just a regular joke.
No, it goes on the counter.
Alright, that's fine. Yes, so shall we get going? I think we've taken our short rest now, and we're ready to be on our way.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
I grab the blood out my medicine pouch, and I hand it to my compatriots. We walk up to the door.
Terrific. Yep, you place the bud on the door. The three symbols light up, par usual, and the misty doorway does appear.
Nice.
We're all fine and ready. Everybody prepared?
Yes.
Cool. Well, you all step through and find yourself in another section of the jungle.
Whoa.
Okay.
So you find yourself on a section. You can see there that the ziggurat now is in the same realm as you. It's very close. Similar to the final room that you previously found yourself in with the wolves. You can see there is, in this version of the ziggurat, a moat around it. And you find yourself presented with a bridge across the moat. And on the other side, you can see a medium-sized black dragon-like creature. But what's interesting about it is it's not fully formed. You see that up from the ground, there is a grayish-black goop-like substance that seems to be forming it. And as pieces of it are fed in, it kind of whips its head around and notices y'all. And as it does, it begins to shift, and it almost gains this blurry aspect to it as it splits in two.
Oh, dang.
But each piece of it is not fully formed, so they are connected at the tail. Two independent creatures whose tails are intertwined. Its wings are not fully formed, so it crawls on the ground. One of it's missing an eye. The other is missing a leg. They are two not fully formed creatures. But yeah, let's all roll initiative. Right off the bat.
Whoa.
Very disconcerting.
You hate to see it.
I personally love to see it. The various abilities I have.
They move on the same initiative.
That makes sense.
Because they are connected.
Linked.
Just waiting on a Moobus over here.
I know. I swear my computer processing should go up in a couple weeks.
And I always forget, Newt moves on the same turn as Alibaba, right?
Yeah,
That's DM's choice, but I believe he has his own initiative if you want. But
okay, here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like the new Ranger rules, which is it moves on your turn. So you can use its action, bonus action, whatever. You can use its movement, then your movement, then its movement. I don't care. Like, just it moves on your turn.
It's both the easiest and the most gracious towards the player way of.
I am 1,000% fine with that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Joe Glass, Karos, you move first.
All right.
Y'all move the turn order on your own, right? So it doesn't matter where I put it on my screen.
Yeah, no, I can rotate it.
Okay.
If I want to.
I don't know why I didn't know, but like.
Yeah, I normally make mine a bit smaller and move it off to the side so I can see. All right. Let me check my distances over here.
Oh, I'll say one more additional thing. Joe, you find yourself in possession of a gauntlet you did not previously have in the last room. In contrast to your normal, like semi-clean-lined, a little bit futuristic, but like, I always pictured it sort of, like Zeppelin age steampunk armor that you previously had.
Mhm.
This is a solid gold gauntlet of kind of Aztec design. So it's got sort of runic symbols. It's got a chunkier kind of look to it. And you have access to your cantrips.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Just in addition, I didn't add it to your character sheet. Hopefully we can sort that out easily enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same spellcasting mod, so you can just use it with your other character sheet if you need to cast.
Yeah, I can do that. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
I think
Access to your cantrips.
it doesn't end up making that much of a difference as far as like spell attack rolls, because it's just,
No, it shouldn't make any difference, I don't think.
Yeah, no, it won't. All right, well, sweet. Interesting.
So yeah, you feel like a little bit more of yourself has come through.
Dope. Well, I think as the first thing, I don't want to be super up in danger. So I'm going to go ahead and whip out short fuse, and use a bonus action to hunker down and grant myself advantage on this roll.
Hello.
With short fuse, thereby granting me staying.
Do you have the range?
I honestly, I barely ever use crossbows, so let's see what we've got here.
I think it's 80.
It's a light crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let me pull it.
I want to say it's 80.
320, okay. Interesting. Now here's the thing that I don't explicitly know. When I have advantage on an attack roll, means total, correct? Because it's 90 feet right now. So, I have advantage on this, but I also have disadvantage, so that means I roll normally, which means I do not get sneak attack if I do this?
That's a great question. I do not know.
Yeah, I'm personally... I think the answer is I don't have advantage on this attack roll, and therefore I would not get sneak attack. So I am instead not going to do that. And I'm going to... interesting. Many things to think about. I'm going to go ahead and... Is there anything that I can do to help in the future? I'm going to go ahead and move up here and just take a regular shot to see what we're dealing with.
Sure.
So move up there, do that, and just make a non-advantage, no sneak attack, shot with short fuse. 20.
That'll hit.
Sweet. So that's 9 piercing damage.
Glad that hit.
Yep, and I'll do our saving throw here.
Do a little savey save.
Are you're hitting the one in the front? They do have different.
Interesting. Yes, I am hitting the one in the front. I think it's the only one I currently have ranged access to. Oh, all right then.
Yeah, it definitely takes that additional damage. Yeah, and it doesn't resist or nothing. You can see it plainly takes the full effect of your damage as your crossbow bolt sticks in, bursts into flame.
Well, nice. How dense is this? How dense is this brush right here? Is it hideable, or is it just a tree?
Yeah, it's trees. There aren't really brush. You can attempt to hide behind the tree, but that'll be a little bit more distance.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and do that anyway. I probably want to move kind of where Newt.
Sure. You can go ahead and roll a stealth check.
We'll say I'm right there.
Yeah, Newt's up in the tree. As usual, Newt seems to already be present when you appear in the new room.
A 25.
All right. Alibaba, you're up.
All right, Alibaba's gonna go out here and kind of prop his flask up on the post and aim it like a sniper rifle. Okay.
Nice.
He's gonna aim it where the two tails are touching, and he's gonna try to shoot the two tails. All right. With Eldritch Blast.
EB.
Ooh.
That'll actually hit.
Oh.
Nice. I'll say you can pick one to take the damage, front or back.
Front.
Cool. Well, your Eldritch Blast pummels this one in the front, who's taking the brunt of the damage. Front and the front. Anything Newt would like to do?
Newt's gonna flutter in front of Alibaba after he takes his shot.
He's not much for cover. Newt's probably, 4-ish inches tall right now. But he is in front of you. Amubis.
Alright, Amubis is going to use Spiritual Weapon.
Cool.
So, if you can get my little token out, I'm going to take off a little...
What kind of distance can you...
I'm not doing what's in chat. Just ignore it. Just ignore
I was like, touch? That doesn't seem...
Time to hang out, just gently.
What kind of distance can you do spiritual weapon at?
I thought it was 60 feet. But I wouldn't swear by it.
Well, let me just pull up
Go
the
ahead and
description.
post it in chat and we can...
That's
have
what
a
I'm
little-
doing.
You might gotta walk up first. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to walk up.
Yeah, I was just getting that ticked off my
Right. Alright, so it can appear here, or you can move up and then make it appear. It's up to you.
I'm gonna move up, and I can go 30 feet. So what are we talking here? Yeah, I'm gonna move to the front of the bridge
Cool.
and yell, "You shall not pass!" once I get into the four-way of the bridge.
Shall not pass.
By my hoofs, you will not pass.
You can go ahead and roll attack if you'd like.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Noise. Noise.
You bash into him. Give him a nice smackaroonie. Anything else you'd like to do? You still have an action.
I'm limited to cantrips at this point, correct or no?
Correct. If you have anything that's...
Sacred Flame!
That's good. We know they have Garbo decks.
Yeah, I'll say you can just barely hit.
Nice. And then that's all I can do for my turn.
Yeah, he fails his save and takes the extra radiant damage as he does not beat Dexy.
Not the Dexy boy.
Alright, it's their turn. Let me remind myself of their speed. Alright, they are going to shamble. Let me just do a little measuring. They're going to shamble forward. They don't line up very well with this. As far as they can make it. But with them being connected and not fully formed, that's as far as they can go.
What?
So yeah.
Excellente.
We're dueling it out on the bridge.
Karos, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I think I can have a far better turn this time. I'm going to... Is there anywhere to move to before I can shoot? I just want to... I want to use your move and shoot rules, but...
There's nowhere connected to your current cover. You kind of have to, like, dive to another tree.
Yeah. That's fine. I think it actually ends up being literally 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, because I'm not going to do anything else with my bonus action. So I'll just go ahead and give myself advantage on this one anyway.
Yeah. Do we know what that move's called? Steady aim? What is it called?
Steady aim, yes.
Cool.
Tasha's.
Yeah, it's a cool ability.
Mentioned it, because I had forgotten.
So yeah, you can roll advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Against whichever one you can reach. I guess you can reach the front one.
Yep. Oh.
That'll hit.
A lot of damage. 20.
Yeah, so the 20 alone is fine. The one in the front takes the shot to the head, and it falls down dead.
Awesome. Yeah, so
I'm going to leave its body there for now.
I poked my head out from the right side of the tree and fired at it, making a large explosion. And I'm going to use my Whales from the Grave, and my shadow form is going to pop out from the other side of the tree and fire his phantom crossbow.
Indeed.
Dealing a number of sneak attack dice. Okay, cool. So it's just 1d.
I think you have a macro for it, yeah.
I do indeed. Oh.
Nice.
5
Great roll.
damage.
This moaning ghost form of yourself fires. And the back wyvern takes 5 necrotic damage. Alright, Alibaba, you're up.
So, question real quick.
Yeah.
When we saw that dragon get popped, was there any sort of reaction from, like, life force or anything, like the spirit leaving or anything? You know, like the energy that we've been kind of collecting from fallen enemies?
Thus far, it's just fallen limb. Nothing else has happened.
Okay.
It's still attached to the other wyvern.
Okay. Cool. Proceed.
Alibaba's gonna pull back a little further, take aim at the front dragon again, and fight.
The front one's dead.
He's gonna aim at the back one.
Sounds good. Yeah, that'll hit.
We are hitting
Right between the eyes, you know.
Yeah, these guys don't have great AC. Cool. Your Eldritch Blast blows out a chunk of its scales on its side. With your mixture of force and fire damage. Anything Newt's gonna do, or is he chilling?
Yeah, he's gonna flitter back into the trees.
Sounds good.
Flutter back into the tree. Flutter into the tree. Okay, I am going to use Sun Smasher to do my rear assault, and then
Go
I will
ahead.
do a frontal assault in a moment.
Let's see that. Roll. Rolling. Critical hit, baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby, critical.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and roll my. I'm gonna do a. Hang on, let me calculate. Calculating. Oh, I'm not 30.
Measuring.
I'm too far away. What?
They're also large, so it's in your way.
What do you mean?
The front one's in your way at this point.
That makes sense.
Okay.
It's fully blocking the bridge.
Well, I'm gonna move my movement, which is here, and then I'm going to try to. Huh. How does the other dragon look after that blow from my spiritual weapon?
He's still standing. He's doing okay.
Okay.
Quick math says he's like 30, 40 HP.
Yeah, that's not the answer I wanted. So I'm gonna do, since I can't really get to it, I'm just gonna do a guiding bolt.
Okay.
And let me.
Can he hit around him?
Yeah, can I go around him? Can I arc it?
I think I'll say he has some cover.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe just half cover.
So that's
Which is a plus some amount.
Plus 2 to AC, I want to say.
That
Okay.
sounds correct to me.
all right. I'm gonna do it anyway.
He'll probably be fine.
You say that.
Yeah, half cover is plus 2 to AC.
Unless you roll a natural 1.
You speak ill. You curse my die. You speak ill over my die. There we go.
Still hit.
There we go. 13. Nice.
Alright. Your radiant damage shineth brightly, and he begins to glow as you can almost see in Super Monkey Ball Monkey Billiards style.
Such a good reference.
Both of your companions can almost see a path, a line of sight to the enemy, granting them advantage. All right. It's our Wyvern's turn. So the Wyvern who survives is going to yank on his tail and pull it apart from the other one. So he is untethered. And then he is going to crawl over to a Mubis. I'm just going to castle them there. Make it a little bit easier.
Can you get over?
And he's going to do 2 attacks against you. A bite attack and a claw attack.
He was able to get around the carcass?
He is. He's able to crawl right over it.
It's his friend, so it imposes fewer disadvantages than it would us.
Does 19 hit?
I appreciate you guys imposing less disadvantage on me as my friends. Yes, a 19 hits.
Cool.
Oh!
12 piercing damage.
Ah! Go ahead and get the... Ah!
And then 13 slashing damage.
25? Good night.
As it
really...
lays into a Mubis.
Ouch!
Your delicious cow meat.
Hey, hands off my delicious cow meat. Okay.
Yeah, that'll end its turn. Alright, Joe Glass, you're up to bat.
Help!
Alright.
Glass!
AKA Gross.
That didn't feel good.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and move up there. Move up here. And yeah.
You already have advantage.
I do already have advantage. So just double checking.
Double advantage.
Double checking a little something.
That's right. It's called Elven Accuracy, and it's a feat.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and throw King of Sleep.
All right, yeah.
Activating its ability. Okay, here's a question. If I add my sneak attack to that, how does that work?
It works.
Just works? Cool.
Yep.
Dope. Alright.
It just works.
I'm gonna throw King of Sleep then with advantage.
You did see the amended rules for it, right?
I had not seen the original rules, so I don't know.
Well, terrific.
Yeah. So, Yeah, I'm gonna just chug it. Oh, the double 13.
That does hit.
That does hit. Okay.
Yeah, that is what you need to hit.
Well, cool. I think I needed to move up a little bit more. I didn't realize that it was 20, but I had to move before.
Is it 20 for a dagger?
20 for a dagger.
I thought it was longer than that.
I also did. Which is why I was further. Yeah. So I'm gonna. Golly. I assume there is not.
Yeah, just roll your attack with sneak attack. Like, roll your damage with sneak attack.
Oh, and you're amazing, incredible.
I'm the macro king.
Macro king indeed.
What can I say? Yeah, so as the dagger connects, this wyvern falls into a deep sleep.
Sweet.
And
I'm not.
your combat's effectively over. So just so the two of you know, so nothing accidental happens, the rules with King of Sleep is if he takes damage while he's under the effect, the King of Sleep will return to the plane of dreams, and you will no longer have access to it. But you can use your action to awaken it, and then other people can, hold their actions or whatever.
It's Tabaroo, yeah.
But yeah, if you damage it while it's asleep with the King of Sleep in it, the King of Sleep will leave your party.
How fast is this water moving?
It's still.
Okay.
Or it's like the ocean, it's like
it's sort of.
It's in movement, but it's not moving in any particular direction.
That makes sense for a moat, to be perfectly honest. Canal style. All right. Well, shall we?
I mean, that's pretty much.
Can we get around this thing?
I was thinking we might should just prepare a little coup de grace, so that we can also get the all the good benefits from.
We could ride it.
Ooh.
We could.
Surf's up.
Dragon fighter.
How about?
I mean, I will say it's hostile, so you would need some way to make it unhostile before you would be able to do it.
I'm inclined to just remove it and have Amubis smack it with his shield his shields, plural, and perhaps you take a little pot shot at it with Eldritch Blast while it's down, and we just deal a lot of damage that way. That was mostly my plan.
All right, we go on 3. 1.
Yeah, and I'll say, as I said to Alibaba, the action that you can do to summon it to your hand can be the same action that awakens it.
So I'm going to back up a little bit. So yeah, I'll back up and then use the action.
So why don't you just stab it with the thing again, and it'll just go asleep again?
I'll say, when it fell asleep, it does go prone, so if you're using Eldritch Blast or another ranged attack, it will be at disadvantage. So that's typical.
Well, I could just do Burning Hands,
You can use Burning Hands.
That would be real safe, right?
Very. All right. So yeah, I think Amubis gets an attack, and
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll say it's a fresh your turn, Joe Glass Caros.
Yeah.
And you can do as you please.
My friends have readied actions.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to use my action to return King of Sleep to my hand.
It teleports from the body of the wyvern into your hand. The hourglass flips again into its stagnated position. Forgot to mention there's an hourglass built of the King of Sleep, which flips when it puts someone to sleep. And Alibaba, what will your action be?
Fire the blast!
See if you can hit this. Disadvantage, remember.
Yeah, roll one more time. Yeah, still hits. Still hits.
Wow.
Go for it.
Yeah, this guy's not Mr. AC. He's a big chunky beast. It's pretty easy to hit. Alright. He takes his lumps.
And Anubis will make an attack with advantage.
Great.
What's the plan, guys? I'll cough up a little blood.
We've talked about that for 6 seconds already. And also, this is all happening on my turn, not necessarily.
You could all, you could talk for a year, yeah.
Yeah, we can talk for a literal hour.
I've lost a lot of blood. Okay. So I do my spiritual weapon.
I think you only get your action right now.
Okay. Well,
Because it's not technically your turn, it's still my turn. We're just doing all the triggered actions.
Yeah.
then solar shield.
At advantage.
Solar shield again. 17.
It hits.
6.
And that'll do it.
Nice. Huzzah.
Using the sharp piercing edge of his shield, he manages to behead said creature as both bodies disappear, as does our turn order, and its bits are sucked into Alibaba's flask.
Bits and bites. Well,
Indeed.
that might not have been entirely necessary, but it felt cool.
Never fall asleep on the job.
Throwing.
On a bridge while you're under attack.
Yeah, speaking of this bridge, I wouldn't mind getting off of it quite quickly.
That's a good thought.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
2 exceptionally large dragons on it.
it's sturdier than it looks, and you make it to the other side without event.
I crawl my way over to the tree line.
For some reason, I have far more distaste for the idea of going back in water.
A definite physical recoiling at the sight.
Are we?
Yeah, so there is a door here.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. But it is on the side of the ziggurat, and as you recall, this doesn't necessarily send you to another realm, it just lets you inside said ziggurat.
Indeed. Well, yes, I'm perfectly fine, but it does look like Anubis probably needs perhaps a little bit of time to recover.
What makes you say that? Throw up a little.
The blood.
Looks like you've been a little
situation.
tenderized.
It's sort of blood
Tenderized.
I do grab a few extra little bottles to just kind of fill them up. While we've got a little bit of blood loss going.
You've got an excess of Anubis bottles now.
Mostly a joke, because I don't think we mechanically really run out of them, but...
That's funny.
Yeah, I think you're a pretty long way from running out.
I'm gonna expend some hit die for resting. Are we resting? Long rest,
Yeah.
short rest? What did we decide?
Well, we might even be able to afford a long rest. I'm not entirely certain, but this is the ziggurat room. Assumedly next is, Sister Rodell.
Rest high.
Last time the room didn't collapse?
Yes.
The final room?
Yes, that's my impression, is that we probably have as much time here as we wish. I think the path knows that our trek ahead is not quite as straightforward as most rooms, so it's not trying to push us onward. We're supposed to get the best chance we can here.
Anubis looks around for a save point and extra ammo and
Any large crystals nearby.
no, just leading up to a boss fight. Little trinkets.
Well, there's
Are there
plenty
any
of
pots
comfy
that we can
trees
break?
to sit under. There are no pots, although I considered using pots at one point in the campaign, and they may show up at some point.
Nice.
There are pots in Hades, which we are loosely based on, but
Indeed.
didn't end up using. Well, if y'all are doing a long rest, I'm going to run and use the restroom one time real quick, and then we will return to the campaign in just a few seconds.
Sounds
Give me one
good.
sec.
I'll decide what skill or tool proficiency.
Alibaba's wistfully looking off into the distance.
I have a
Starting
feeling.
up.
I have a feeling we get to do a long rest because the DM stepped out and I fall asleep.
Alright, so I think the only thing I heal on a long rest is my hit die, because I am a rogue.
I'm gonna heal up to full. Beep, 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 beep. Oh man, that feels good.
Yep.
Feels good to get
I get
rested.
Get a lovely feature as a phantom rogue where I can choose a skill proficiency to have as my phantom skill.
That's cool.
Skill or tool, but I have tool proficiencies already in general.
You need to flavor that to your name, like maybe broken glass or shard. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, shard is good. Like call it like a shard of insight or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We were trying to devise a name for specifically Joe Glass's ability to use Whispers from the Dead, or Whispers from the Dead. That one where I get a skill proficiency. Called it Shard of Insight because he's glass. But
Yes, I used a glass-faced wizard in a previous campaign.
indeed,
No relation. I don't recycle ideas.
you can't prove it. So
We didn't stream that campaign, so you can't prove it.
Can't prove it.
all right, go ahead and pick up.
Yeah, so you're fully long rested.
Yep. Skill and religion I am picking up in case I have
Sick.
to convince any sisters of anything.
Swell.
A real Phantom Menace was what was brought out in the chat. That's funny.
He is.
Phantom of
I'm fine with Joe Glass having a similar facial structure to Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
And who wouldn't want that?
Who wouldn't?
Indeed.
Very handsome man.
Who wouldn't?
And I cannot get over the fact that he is 40 and still looks that good.
His peak was definitely Revenge of the Sith, like he looked good. He bulked up, he got pretty buff for that movie.
They did give him a lot of makeup to make him look pretty gaunt later on, though.
You underestimate my powers.
Alright, so I think we're ready to go. Did you have any preparations that we'd like to do before we go walking in? We've got time to, I don't know, make sure everything is up to snuff.
I just got back.
Oh,
All we did was a long rest. We were just
yeah, we took a long rest.
joking around other than that.
We were talking about Hayden.
I am fully prepared.
And stuff.
So I'm thinking I'm going to open up with a double shatter.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing, I'm just going to bring out the big guns for this fight. Big spells. Just
How would you double it?
I don't think you can twin spell a spell that hits multiple enemies.
Oh, a twin? Yeah, no, that's very specific to not only things that only target one person, but things that can only target one person. So if it has the ability to maybe affect one other person, you cannot use it with twin spell. Unless it's like a higher
They
level.
can do quicken spell.
so I have empower spell.
Yeah, that'll work.
Does that make sense first?
It lets you reroll,
Nice.
like the damage dice.
Reroll damage. Indeed.
Wait a second. Reroll the same number of damage dice as your charisma modifier.
Yeah, so you can reroll 5 dice.
Yeah, that one key word's pretty important. Reroll.
Pretty
It's not
important
like
it is.
As opposed to what?
I was thinking I could roll damage, additional damage.
Oh, like add.
Damage? Yeah, no, sadly.
That'd be
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just be nice this time.
Yeah, that's good.
I do think we did try that last time, but
Maybe your appearance will confuse them. If it is what
I do think my appearance will confuse them, but I do also think the end result will end up being the same of Sister Rodell attacks us and then kills us, probably.
Oh, I hate that woman.
just act like you're a part of this path, you know, and
Well, we are. That's what's funny. We are a part of the path. I think either the path co-opted her or she's in direct confrontation of it. She's acting as a stopper, a cork in the flow of the path, and I don't see how it allows her. And so I have to assume she's serving some purpose.
More like a bee.
Like a bee stuck in a bottle?
Yes, that's what I meant.
like a ship in a bottle.
I don't understand the reference, but
Good.
yes.
It stings.
Amubis, do you have any like preparation that you'd like to do before the fight so that we can have it when we go in there, or you, Alibaba? I don't quite have spells right now, really. I think I might have a few though. I can feel some of my magic coursing back through me, and this glove seems to be the conduit for it. It's interesting.
My full retinue of power is available to me now that I have taken a rest.
Well, that's good. You have any preemptive things you'd like to do, so you're not wasting time in there, or shall we just move in?
I don't think so, because I only can do 2 things. I only have 2 things I can do, so...
Yes.
I think he has only 2 things he can do.
Let me see. That's... maybe I could sit here and do a ritual. Yes.
Helpful rituals?
I will
Ooh.
do a ritual on myself.
I didn't think about rituals.
What you working with?
So, before we enter, I will cast Armor of Agathis. I don't know if I can do this through a ritual, though, so...
Sadly.
No, you can't use it as a ritual.
There are certain ritual spells that you can cast as ritual.
Yeah, you can cast it before the fight if you want to.
Yeah, it's a great spell just for fighting.
Yeah, I mean, if I had,
But it will
more
take a
than
spell
2
slot.
spell slots, yeah. Alright. I'm good. I've thought about it. You know, looked at the ocean. I'm good to go.
I will just cast my spiritual weapon right before we go in to have good old floating shield around. What?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I cast it. It would.
Yep, that's...
It says on the spell description if it's a ritual cast ability, right? Like I don't see it have any.
You might not.
Okay.
I mean, you have technically access to all cleric spells, and some of them are ritual, but
I didn't pick up any. Crap.
it depends on if you plugged them in or not.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the only other thing I'm gonna do is cast guidance on myself, just for kicks.
Okay.
If you happen to have Bless prepared, that would not a hyper meta game, but that might be helpful.
That would have been great to prepare.
Last, well,
I think...
have literally just done a long rest, so...
So Alibaba just starts casting Mage Hand. And he's gonna see his, gonna do a Mage Hand.
Yeah.
I
I don't have a token for that, but you can just tell me where it is, and that'll be fine.
Alright.
Alright, so are y'all passing through?
Yep. Yeah, unless We want to prepare any other spells or get them all up. I think we're pretty much ready to go.
Let's go.
Sick. This is so exciting.
Boss fight.
You touch the door with the blood as usual, but instead of the usual misty door, you see a regular door that enters a large chamber that is familiar to you.
Oh
As
no!
you pass through and see.
It's almost refreshing. This is literally the first same room we've been in, because we haven't actually gone back to...
Quick, everyone hide!
Yeah.
Quick, everyone hide.
I literally go...
Turns out she's looking at the door, but then... Turns out someone chilling in the area is just looking at the door.
I still try to hide.
You see Sister Odell alone in the center of the ziggurat. She smirks at you, the party, and says, I see you abandoned Karos, a wise move. You and your undergod
No.
were never a match for me anyways.
My eye starts to twitch.
It's wise not to incite my ire.
Yes, well, about that. I think you've misunderstood what the bounds of what the path can be and do are. It's still me. Karos from earlier.
Karos from earlier.
Roll persuasion. She looks confused.
And I
Fair.
am a Rubis.
I got a +0 to this bad boy. On advantage, not that it mattered.
From earlier.
See,
That got me. That was funny.
I'm glad.
yeah, she can tell you're telling the truth.
Yeah, it's good.
And immediately her face turns from cockiness to fury. She grasps the amulet around her neck and says, "Send the Guardian!" And roll initiative.
Hey, that gets me into fighting mode.
Let me pull up your initiative. Let me clear it real quick. Alright, now y'all can do that.
Give me control, man.
This battle is the most important.
Wow. Is it even possible for you to roll that low?
Yeah, like literally.
It's wild.
This
It
is
was
the
a
most
2.
important battle of my life. Crap. Not a code.
Got a bumper.
Alright.
Wow.
Alibaba's the man.
Feel the pain of my plan. Alright. So since Alibaba's first, he's gonna rush forward.
Yeah, so I'll say based on her actions, it's a certain number of turns before the Shield Guardian will appear.
Makes sense. He's on his way.
30 feet. As far as I can move. Is this a full height wall? Can I get cover behind this wall?
It's like a 4-foot wall. You can get cover behind it.
Alright, so he's gonna move his full extent and so Mage Hand can go 30 feet.
Okay.
I gotta read if that's an action though real quick, see if that's
I
right.
think it's a bonus action to move it,
Okay.
but it wouldn't have been able to be in the room by then.
It lasts for 1 minute, so I kind of figured I cast it before we went in.
If you cast it before you went in, it'll be at the entrance, so it'll only be able to move as far as it can from the entrance to the door.
Alright. Well, it's next to me then. In that case,
Oh, you can use your action to control the hand. Maybe it's a bonus action for Arcane Tricksters.
okay. Then it's back at the entrance because I'm not going to be able to use my action. I'm not going to use my action to move the mage hand.
I'm throwing away my shot.
Not through.
Okay. Does anyone remember? No, I'm not going to do that either. God, so many choices.
Even with only 2 spell slots, the spellcaster's life is difficult.
I will
Especially with only 2.
go for the damage here. And where's Newt?
Newt should...
He'll be at the entrance as well.
Okay.
I'll say he'll kind of just be perched on this wall here that was near the entrance.
Alright. Well, I'm going to cast Shatter on her.
What save is that?
Constitution.
Yeah. Here we go.
Nice.
She's got a roll.
She fails the save. And her immediate area and like a sphere around her is filled with the loud booming of shatter energy, and she kind of braces against it, puts her hand in front of her face, and is able to tank the damage.
I'd like to say it sounds like a doorbell.
Yeah, sounds good.
Ding.
And Newt is
Just plays La Cucaracha. Yeah, Newt. I believe
has a
you can control him.
fly speed.
Cool.
He's gonna head over here. That'll end my very indecisive turn.
Sounds good. Well, she's up next. And she's got a 90-foot fly speed, which gets her to the source of her ire. She'll kind of dip up so that she flies around Alibaba.
Makes sense.
And she will make 2 attacks against who she now knows is Karos.
Newly lowered AC.
I'm going to say both those hit.
They absolutely do.
2 misses.
That's 21 damage for the first one.
Cool.
And 20 damage for the second one.
Alright, 21 and 20 is...
More damage.
More than I've got. I have 35 HP. She has reduced me to...
Oh, wow. Does, you don't have that reaction to reduce damage yet?
No, that's way later. I think I don't have any tools to stop.
Yeah, well, she stabs twice with her magic lance, and manages to squish his squishy new body. So you're down in saving throws. Not dead yet.
Indeed, no.
But she'll kind of smile to herself, and that's the end of her turn. Amubis, it's your turn.
I'm gonna swipe that smile off your face.
Sounds good.
She's very.
Hear my dead body go, and then you're gonna heal me.
Is she? Oh wait, what? Oh, okay. Can you bring up my spiritual? Is my token out? My spiritual token?
It'll be right by the door over this.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna move that in, and I'm going to attack with the spiritual weapon first. Nice.
I'm within touch range.
Fine. I really want to go after her, though.
Yeah. You know who else has an attack? My not dead body.
Not dead body. Fine.
I'm just telling you, I'm going to be effective on my turn.
Okay. Well, I will.
If I can get...
So whenever you want to roll damage, just go ahead and do that.
I didn't hear if it hit. I was waiting on the verdict.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'd muted myself for a burp, and I forgot to unmute.
Well, thank you for the muting.
Just destroying his players, burping.
Yeah, the Sun Smasher bonks her on the head, and she barely reacts. It's an insignificant pest to her.
She has no brain cells.
It does full damage. She just doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
All right. I accidentally moved my token. I'm just going to stay where I was and heal my bro.
Sure wish we had that demon here.
Yeah, no, right?
The undelivered.
He was useful.
All right. Joe Glass does pop back up.
Pop, 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 pop.
Joe Glass body corrodes.
Dope.
With 8 hit points.
Thank you.
Alright, is that all you're gonna do? A Moobus?
That's all I can do.
I mean, you got a bit of movement if you cared to. It's up
No,
to you.
I'm going to stay here just to help with things.
Sounds good. Joe Glass.
All right. I'm going to use half my movement to pop myself up.
Sounds good.
I do a very cool kickflip with my sailor abilities.
That's a cool kickflip, I say to myself.
And I'm going to pull out Dirty Needle.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make an attack. 19.
That'll hit.
Sweet. And I get sneak attack since the Moobus is here.
You do indeed.
Minimum.
That's rough.
Does she contract some kind of disease or something?
14 damage if she fails her save. It's con for this one, right?
Yeah.
If I can remember my own custom stuff that I made up myself.
It's also
She passes her save.
flying colors.
So she takes 13 damage, which is still nice.
Still a lovely amount of damage.
You pierce towards her, and it manages to sneak in between a joint in her armor, but she just pulls her leg out of it and doesn't seem particularly phased.
And I am going to use my action, my bonus action to disengage.
As is wise.
Run 5, 10, 15. Here. Yep.
Sounds good.
That works.
Alibaba, you're up to bat.
Alibaba, seeing Sister Rodell is in close proximity to the mage hand, is going to attempt to remove the amulet around her neck.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check.
All right.
And before I look at that, I'm going to decide how I'm going to do this.
Alrighty then. Finding that. Well, this is going to be difficult.
Dexterity skill.
Okay. I've decided how I'm going to do it. So we'll see. Your mage hand reaches for her, but she sees it and is able to just swat your hand away.
No!
A valiant effort, but perhaps did not have a high enough associated skill.
You did good, kid.
I bet it was like passive perception.
I made a DM determination how I was going to
Indeed.
operate it.
Alibaba is now afraid. Will be running away.
Oh,
Yes?
I'm sorry, I forgot I had cantrips. Could that have been a booming blade? It makes almost no difference other than up until this point.
That's fine.
Cool. I think everything about that still works if it was a booming blade.
Everyone, I think our best strategy is to stay as far away from her as possible.
Well, due to her 90-foot movement speed, I think that will be difficult.
Kind of like last time.
Yeah, so where I stabbed her, there's actually the little like pinprick of where I hit her with my sword is zapping a small amount of electricity and is also making a faint beeping noise. Because I still have both those abilities.
It's true. The beeping is somewhat more like a sonar ping to fit a nautical theme.
Indeed.
That's all I can do.
All right.
Hello.
Then it's her turn. With her usual disregard for anything and anyone, she will yet again go ahead and roll your booming blade damage. And Amoebus, if you want to do an attack of opportunity, you may.
Absolutely. Shield bash. It's
Go
coming.
ahead.
This is for everything. Your insults. Your stupid wings. Is she on the ground? Or is she flying around?
Under God. Yeah, she's well within your reach. But that will miss.
Yeah.
As you attempt to hit her as she goes, but as previously stated, her legs are fairly heavily armored to accommodate her aerial position, while her upper body is somewhat less armored.
The enemy's game.
And she's going to go ahead and do another 2 attacks against the subject of her ire.
Yowza.
Kuros.
Oh.
Come on now.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what? 14 plus 11, that's 25 damage.
Yeah, that certainly downed me.
And she will do her second attack, also against you. I guess she should have had advantage against oh, it's auto crit?
Yeah, because it's auto crit because I'm unconscious.
But it doesn't super matter. It'll take 2 death saving throws anyways, right?
Yes, unless it kills me outright. Which is
damage. I'll roll damage one more time.
Oh my gosh.
Holy camoles, that might do it.
I didn't know that was possible that you could roll that high, but yes, it does. That actually makes that.
Holy frijoles, that's like near max.
That's not over, like, that's like 1.5 times.
This isn't all because, like, one of those is going to be -5, but I still think that does it. No, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. Does it?
No, it absolutely does, yeah.
Even -5?
I see. Yes, just the second one does it. So 15 plus 16 is 31, which is my max HP.
But it's got to be double your max HP, right?
No.
To kill you outright.
No, it has to reach your max HP negatively, but like that's in one attack, yeah? Because it would have to go double your max HP to kill you in one shot from full, which I think is maybe what you're thinking of.
So this is going to be 36 damage in a single attack, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. See how death saving throws.
I haven't dealt with death all that often, TBH.
If the damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum, you suffer instant death.
Nice. Yeah.
So
then you are instantly dead.
Well,
as Sister Rodell just drops from the sky and drives the lance through you, and with the thickness of her lance, you have about 1 foot diameter hole in your chest.
like I can't.
And that'll end her turn. Anubis, you're up.
Do you need me to heal you again?
You say to a dead body.
A very, very dead man.
You feel morbid doing it.
Cross? Okay. Enough joking around that my friend's dead.
Comedy jokes.
I'm gonna try to move in. Is she flying or is she stationary?
No, she's low enough.
Good. I'm gonna move.
He's kind of on top of me.
She's reveling in the death of her most hated enemy.
Well, I am going to make that go away because she's gonna die. Spiritual weapon and solar shield.
Oh my god.
Apparently crits on both. So do the spiritual weapon first.
Okay, this is exciting. Oh, this is exciting. Okay.
Jinkies.
All right, now I'm definitely gonna do a divine smite. And I'm gonna do it at a high level at the level 3.
Level, dude. Hell yeah.
Second level, sure.
So hang on a sec.
So yeah, just roll damage for your shield and then do, I guess, 68.
Yeah, that makes sense. To just like click the shield and then roll 68. Oh my gosh.
So that's 14.
You said 6?
Shield.
Is it 6?
Yeah, because second level is 3d8, and then you double that, and it becomes 68.
Okay. This is awesome. Could I have?
Is she undead?
Could I have my justice?
She is not undead.
Sad.
In fact, she is resistant to radiant damage, as godly damage does not faze her, as she is a zealot indeed in her own right.
Makes sense. That is a total of 25 damage, it looks like. 14 plus 11 from the radiant.
Yeah, so she takes greatly diminished damage from the smite.
But
a total of 50 damage, I believe.
It looked cool. That's what matters.
Anubis on his turn dealt 50 damage. I on my turn ran.
Yeah, so Alibaba, it's your turn now.
Alright, so Alibaba uncorks his flask, and from within it, you hear kind of from a 50s kind of vibe, like the Sandman song.
Oh, nice.
He's channeling an empowered sleep spell, okay?
Okay.
So, just imagine, alright, 5d8 is our total possibility, plus 2d8, so 8d8 of possible sleep damage here. And then I get to roll that 5 times until I get the highest possibility.
You're going to empower it?
Yes. So, let's hope that I can get. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this 5 times. Okay.
Well, so you reroll individual die.
Okay. Well, my charisma mod is 5.
Right. So you'd be able to reroll 5 individual.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Not the whole thing 5 times.
Dang.
It makes it a little bit better.
Also, I don't think it works for sleep because sleep is not damage. Empowered spell specifically says when you roll damage for a spell.
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
Okay. All right.
Is it HP worth, not 88 HP worth?
Well, I'm not gonna use that anymore.
Sorry, man.
I'm not gonna empower that or use that spell. Because that would be less likely to work. So.
Yeah, I mean, we just have no idea.
Back, I'm like, this is probably not gonna work. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Hey, it's always a good way to go.
That actually misses.
Okay.
As she She sees your blast coming and stabs it with her lance, dissipating the energy.
I'm gonna send Newt in as well to help. Kind of depend. I guess he can't really help.
Help Alibaba?
He was gonna help
Mubis.
Mubis, yeah.
He can help Mubis.
That's an action he can take.
What are we talking
He's
about?
just gonna flitter around and maybe distract Sister Rodell.
Newt, help me kill that. And I point to the...
Newt is now a gnat.
So Sister Rodell, on her turn, she's going to... sorry, I just need to check something real quick. Yeah, she is going to shout, "Your undergods are no match for the winged mother."
Watch it.
And her wings will encase her like a cocoon and swirl into a ball, which then grows massively in size. And when the wings open, it reveals she has transformed into a large being. Let me see if I can.
It's Articuno.
It's Articuno.
She transforms into a great bird with white feathers, blue-tipped, a bestial, terrible being. And that's her action. She transforms into the Bringer of Storms, an avatar of Ardry Fenya.
I love that, like, always a lot of crazy stuff goes down in these boss fights, and never is Karos aware of any of it. He's always...
sorry, man. She just super hates your character.
Yeah. If he weren't...
It's sad that she always makes a beeline for him, but it's... I mean, y'all chose to go up. This is what the up pass gets you.
This is up. Also, I feel like Karos is just like, I'll be honest, and I feel like that's probably not the way to go. Maybe she would have spread out damage a little bit more.
Yeah, that takes her full action. So, she is. That's the end of her turn. So it's the Mubis' turn. It's not actually that. She's gonna retain her.
Is she flying or ground wise? Like, is she up in the air?
She's on the ground.
Okay.
You can do it.
She's almost more like a great blue heron or something. She's a long-necked, standing on the ground bird-like creature.
Well, this is unforeseen, and I get my shield ready, but I'm still gonna do 2 attacks. The double whammy combo.
The spiritual weapon hits. The solar shield does not.
Okay.
Doesn't have worse AC as a gigant bird.
Oh, you're right. It actually does. Yeah, the solar shield does hit.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Hey, maybe try Smite again. Who says that the avatar of a god is resistant to Radiant?
Yeah, I would like some higher initial to go all out, but what the hey, we'll do it.
You do a Divine Spine?
Yeah, just to see what happens. Wow, that's my last Divine Smite I can do at level 3.
Level 2. 2. You don't have any 3.
Yeah, you don't have any third.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it at level 3.
You don't have level 3 spells.
You mean 3d8, right?
Oh, I meant level
3D.
2. Sorry. I
Level
meant,
2.
yeah, sorry.
Level 2d8.
So that would be a 3d8s, is that right?
Correct.
First point, yeah.
Okay.
Hey now.
How does that look?
She takes the damage.
Hey!
She seems somewhat more mindless in this, and her zealotry does not protect her from thou radiant damage.
Right on.
Anything else you'd like to do? Mubis?
No, I'm pretty out of options at this point.
Oh, go ahead and do a second roll for your solar shield, just to see if it's crit.
Second
Because you
roll?
had advantage.
Okay.
Newt was giving you advantage.
Oh, that's right. Can it give me advantage on the divine smite?
I mean, it's all the same thing. It's the same attack roll. Yeah, so no.
Makes no difference.
Alright. Alibaba, it is your turn.
Can I tell what this thing is made out of?
It's made out of giant bird.
Okay.
100% all bird.
It's an enormous bird made of enormous bird.
Alright.
One of its wings is made of large wings.
It's a lot of feathers.
I think Alibaba is coming to the conclusion that we really can't beat this thing through damage.
Conventional means.
So, how much HP does Amubis have?
I'm still pretty hardy.
I don't think he's been hit yet.
30. Yeah, I'm full. I'm all full up.
Okay.
I got more in the tank. I kind of point to my chest.
Wonder if this thing can still move 90 feet.
I dare say possibly more.
Therein lies the question.
Lord. Okay. Well, he's gonna channel, Alibaba channels Shocking Grasp through Newt,
Cool.
so that Amubis can run away without a reaction.
Okay.
Get a reaction.
That will hit.
So 8 lightning.
You shock it, and it takes a bit of lightning damage from Newt, who gives them a little peck.
It's super effective against flying type.
It's super effective. Anything else you'd like to do, Alibaba?
He just shouts out to Amubis, "You can run away now and hide with me somewhere else.
We haven't finished the fight.
Just keep hitting it with your weapon and hide."
Does that mean I can run away? Do I get a reaction to flee? I don't think I can do that till my turn.
No,
right?
that's
Okay.
not a thing.
Okay. I was like, what?
So on your next, when you run away, if you run away,
Mm-hmm.
She won't be able to take reaction.
Yeah, the Bringer of Storms will stab at you with her beak and use her judgment attack.
I'm gonna kill you with my beak.
Hey, don't judge. Don't
Does
judge.
21 hit?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
amazing is the only thing.
Alright, you take 13 piercing damage,
No.
and you do a... You do an acrobatics or an athletics check to avoid being impaled on her beak.
I'm gonna do
I'm
acro.
gonna take piercing damage.
All right.
No, she doesn't take it.
Question.
You take full damage either way.
Question. Do I still have my guidance before the fight started? And
No,
can I
absolutely
use
not.
it now? No. Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Does it work on saving throws even?
It's an ability check.
Saving throws now.
No, this is an ability check to avoid grapple.
Oh, I'm sorry. Missed it.
Actually, I don't know. Have you taken any damage yet? I don't think so.
That was the first time.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You can use guidance.
D4, baby. Did not help me.
So you are grappled and restrained as you are pierced currently on her beak. She has like a crane-like beak, and you are currently in the air, pierced on her beak.
You guys see a giant minotaur in the air, perched on her beak, and me just yelling. You look at my giant minotaur body, and you see her giant bird form, and then you just hear me yelling, "Eat more chicken!" And that's what I say.
And you also take 13 piercing damage. I don't know if I mentioned that. But
Yes,
she
I did
will
that.
also kick with one of her very long secretary bird type feet at Newt.
Newt, you always die here.
And Newt takes 11 bludgeoning damage. Oof. Which I believe kills him instantly, I believe.
Poor Newt. You hate to see it.
But yeah, that's the end of her damage, or her turn, and it's Anubis' turn. I think you can still attack if you're restrained.
Not incapacitated.
You have disadvantage on your attack rolls
Okay.
while you are restrained. But you can attempt to escape with your action if you want to.
I will. I'm going to use spiritual weapon first.
That's fine. Go ahead and roll damage. That hits.
12.
The shield smashes into her, but she retains her grappling of you.
What kind of check would you like on that?
It's acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Okay, acrobatics.
Ouch.
Yeah, she retains her grapple against you.
This is not good. Help me, Alibaba!
Alibaba, it is your turn.
Well, that didn't work. So I'm just seeing Alibaba impaled in the air.
Anubis, but yeah.
Move it, yeah. So you can't run away, I guess.
No, the plans have changed.
Alright. Well, Alibaba is going to move around on this other side of this wall here. And sorry about this. He's gonna cast Eldritch Blast, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. That will hit, yes. No, that hits.
Hits this time.
Yes, as a huge bird, her AC is a bit lower because she's a bit easier to hit as a larger target. As your Eldritch Blast smashes into her side, she remains sturdy. She is going to run to where you are, Alibaba, maintaining her grapple upon.
But I was hiding.
She saw where you went. And it was not an official hide, or else you would have had to use your whole action to use the hide action. She is going to attack you. Does 17 hit? Whereas she kicks at you with her large, sturdy legs.
It's me, yes, okay.
You take 13 bludgeoning damage. And that's where she'll end her turn. Anubis!
How much?
13 bludgeoning damage. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got this all private. I don't mean to do that.
The pain.
I was curious. You were trying to.
The first damage I've taken.
Sorry, I assumed everyone could see it. 13 bludgeoning damage.
Nope.
But Anubis, it is your turn.
Spiritual weapon.
It's like a
Naturally.
pigeon.
Spiritual weapon's too far away. It can't hit her.
Oh.
Door stuff.
She's a clever one. Then I'm going to move it 20 feet to get closer. She's a clever devil, ain't she? And then I'm going to try to
She's still smart.
break free again.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acro, baby!
She retains her grapple upon you.
Sucks to suck.
Alibaba,
She's pretty rough.
tis your turn.
Alright. And the sleep knife is on Joe Glass's body, right?
Correct.
Alright.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Burning Hands. No, I'm not.
Cool.
Hold on.
That's the cone, right?
Hold on just a sec.
Is that a dex save?
Just playing, I'm gonna cast Shatter. Empower Shatter. Right next to me on the bird.
She fails. So you can re-roll any number of those you care to.
Let's see. I don't know.
Yeah, you should do an extra D8, right?
Yeah, just roll them 1d8 at a time. Then we can just add it to the numbers that you wanted to. So now it's
Okay.
6, 5, and 3.
Well, I'm saying, shouldn't it be... Oh, it's the second level spell anyways.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is, the way the...
it's
It's
a
fine.
reroll
It's
to it.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I get to do it.
We'll take 665. That's fine. So that's 17 thunder damage.
And he's also gonna say, "You suck," and that's it.
I'll say she's big enough that you can kind of hit her tail end without hitting a Moobus. That's fine by me. She's gonna take another attack at you, Alibaba. Another
That
17.
barely hits again. Yeah.
14 bludgeoning damage. The end
She
of
just
her
like
turn.
hit me with her face.
This is her kicking at you with her. She's a huge creature, so she has gigantic legs. She's kind of stomping on you almost.
I am almost dead.
Emphasis on almost. That's good.
Anubis!
Keep it.
Anubis! It's your turn. Anubis.
All right, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon. Yep. Could you just move it, actually, since you just measured and you saw where that was? Thank you. Appreciate ya. Okay, now I'm going to try another acrobatics again.
I mean, you can always attack with disadvantage, but it's...
I want to get
That's
free.
a fail, yeah?
Yeah. That's
Alibaba!
it from me.
Yeah, your speed's 0 while you're...
Break out here that do anything. I've got a little bag of sand. Could throw sand in his eyes.
That's a good idea.
Sand.
Getting a little desperate here. Can we tell if this thing is, like, in any way near death?
It's not as near death as you'd like it to be.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Would you let, whatever. I'm just gonna do Eldritch Blast in his face. I guess I have disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're in melee range.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Shoots wildly.
Are you gonna try to move?
Yes, Alibaba panics and flees.
Well, she's gonna take an attack of opportunity.
As is tradition.
Try to smack you. I think she'll miss, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I mean, a natural one. Is it always a miss, I think? No, maybe crit fails, don't exist.
I think his AC is higher than 11 anyways.
Yeah, it's 16 AC, so she's gotten over it by one every time she's attacked me.
Oh. Alright, so you flee.
Alibaba?
She's gonna move again into melee range with you. She's going to kick you again.
You know what? Honestly, it's fair.
And that's 10 bludgeoning damage
Is it
I'm
fair?
dead.
as you fall unconscious.
Down.
So Mubus' turn.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Oh,
Correct.
is it though?
Correct. It is.
The pipes are hurt. Gotta find something sad. Alright.
All right, one more. I pray to my God, and I pull off an.
Please help me. Hey, you escape.
Okay. What do I remember of the? What do I remember of the sleep dagger that Joe Class had?
You remember it's about 90 feet away from you. You remember
Yes.
that's a +1 dagger that adds your attack damage to a level 1 sleep spell. And then if that is above their current hit point level, it puts them to sleep.
Could I tack that on the end of a? You add it to the end of damage, correct?
Right.
I
yeah,
guess
it
what.
would work with the smite.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. All right, so are you counting that as a action? So I really just had movement at this point.
Yeah, the escaping's an action.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my movement to get away.
All right, she's gonna do an attack of opportunity.
I'll let her.
Yeah, well, you can't do anything about it, so
Yeah.
22.
you get judged.
You take 19 piercing damage.
And
you have to do
That's it.
an acrobat. That's it for you?
I'm down. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, you see this enormous bird stand over your body and do a roar as you fall unconscious. And you see, once again, her spiteful grin, even in bird form, as you hear a garbled, horrible voice say, "Under God."
That's gonna haunt me.
It's not going to feel good. And as all of you fade from consciousness, you feel yourself return to a plane of dreams that is all too familiar to you as this astral true form of yourself, naked of gear, Kurosi once again returning to the form you're familiar with. You find yourself face to face with. If you guys are fine with going a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Cool. You keep in mind during this sequence, all of you are in your entirely own realm with your own experience in this time. But for convenience, I'm going to have one screen that represents all of your experience. You find yourself in a space realm. Hang on, I messed this up. 1 second. There we go. And one last. So we will start with. We'll start with Futu.
Sweet.
So, Amoobis. As you find yourself in this space spectral realm, you find yourself face to face with a golden beast. The form of a lion.
Nice.
With horns upon its head. It's a solid gold color. It stands very regally before you. And it paces back and forth with almost a suspect look at you. I will give you freedom to react at this point.
Hello.
It doesn't react to you speaking, but continues to pace and look at you with almost accusatory eyes.
I sort of take like a defensive stance a little bit. Like not quite as... I'm not sure what it's trying to do, so I kind of just, do the T stance.
Cool.
Which is...
Well, we'll switch to battle armor real quick then. Kurosa, you find yourself in this realm of space presented with a mechanical panther with a body made of a matte black metal or ceramic. It has many moving parts. You find it intriguing of design. This is something far beyond anything you've seen, even the stuff that you and your father have designed. It seems to be an incredibly advanced artificial being, and it stands in some distance from you in a somewhat defensive stance. That it appears to be making itself small and almost retreating from you.
You run away. I saw that.
I start to approach it with my hands up in a non-threatening manner, and I say, "Oh, you're marvelous. Can I have a closer look at you?"
It gives off a hiss, like, and as it does, steam pours from its mouth. We'll just switch over to Alibaba real quick. So, Alibaba, before you find a being made of pure flame, a tiger, and it is staring you straight on from a distance. Its flames very bright against the dark, starry background.
You burn bright, fiery one. What do you want with me?
shakes its head like no, and remains where it is.
Okay, alright. In that case, maybe, we could talk anyway, I just died, by the way. This is a pretty painful experience for me to just come into this, so, it's a little rude of you not to acknowledge me at all like that.
As you say, you died and it was a painful experience. The tiger nods its head like yes.
Do you want me to pet you?
It doesn't react, it remains where it is.
He kind of walks towards it.
The tiger matches your movements and moves away from you, maintaining distance between you.
Little standoffish, I see. Okay. Well, I will walk away from you then. And he walks in the other direction.
It again maintains its difference, pursuing you, but remaining, I'll say, about 60 feet away from you.
Alibaba has...
By your estimate, the distances are kind of meaningless in this realm, but that's about the distance you can estimate.
Alibaba has big, you can't fire me, I quit energy.
Most definitely. We'll switch back to Anubis for a moment. As you see Dalio, the lion, pace back and forth, staring at you.
Is it getting any besides just staring at me? Is it just still pacing? Still seems to be doing the same thing over and over.
Just pacing back and forth, staring at you.
All right, I take some steps towards it.
It braces and seems to anticipate you pursuing it.
All right, I get a little closer.
You can see its muscles tense, like it's about to attack.
I approach cautiously, but I'm like still wanting to approach closer.
As you approach it, it continues to get more and more tense. You know that if you get in range, this thing will attack you.
Already died once today. What's a second?
All right, as you get within range of it, it's going to go ahead and attack.
Okay.
With a maul attack. Currently you're naked, but you do have your shield, so your AC is 16. It will hit. Ignore the 3. You take 13 slashing damage off of your HP maximum.
Oh wow! Wow.
It's also private.
Okay. That's fun.
All right, we're gonna switch back over to Karos. Yeah, it doesn't move away from you, but it continues to wince down and hit at you.
I am going to just very showily calm. I'm gonna sit down, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, I almost went into my spoof voice, my other character. Hello. I don't mean you any harm. Would you like to come over here? It's rather comfortable.
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. I'm not very good at those in either body. 14.
Sorry, I keep forgetting some of these things are on private roles because I was testing my macros. It seems to relax somewhat at your presence, but it still doesn't acknowledge you. Hit me with an insight check as well.
Sounds good. Moderate. Bad.
Yeah, it is intentionally hiding itself from you, but you cannot surmise why yet. We're going to switch back to Alibaba real quick. As you walk away, this flaming tiger pursues you, maintaining always the distance between you.
Well, he's gonna stop abruptly and turn around.
It kind of sits like any cat would sit, paws out front.
Well,
as it just kind of watches you.
Kind of like in a almost like a meditative stance, like his legs crossed, and he just stares at the lion, the creature.
It matches your stay. Yeah, it just matches your stare. Go ahead.
He just asks again, like trying to be as intimidating as possible. What do you want?
Let me ask, what emotions are you projecting currently?
Frustration and anger.
And is this directed at what?
At the lion. And also the situation that I find myself in. I keep dying in this weird maze, and my children might be starving outside in the real world, and it's very frustrating.
All right. Yeah, do a persuasion check.
Right.
Let's see one of them big charisma rolls.
Oh, big booty persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm super.
So as this lion locks eyes with you, it can see your frustration, particularly your frustration at this cycle of dying and rebirth, and at this concept of being entrapped. And it finds something it relates to there, and it'll move up and close the gap between you till it's about 20 feet away from you. We'll switch back to Amubis now.
After just getting attacked, almost like a frustrated parent, I'm just gonna sit down and like chuck my shield to the side and just kind of stare at him and say, "We're obviously meeting here for a reason, and I'm not going to fight you. I don't think that's the purpose as to why I'm here." I'll just kind of sit and stare at it. Are we gonna stare at each other all day, or are we actually gonna, I don't know, do something?
Dahlia will approach you, and he stands with his chest puffed out. And now that you're sitting, his head is slightly higher than yours. And he'll puff his chest out and look down with his eyes upon you. And stare at you for a moment like that. And then he'll turn his back and start to walk away.
Good
We're going to go back to Kuros. Just bounce around here. So Raynor continues to sit in a very meek and submissive stance, some distance away from you.
I am going to sort of I've been sitting, and I'm gonna kind of just lie down, and I'm gonna try to just like hum a little nice tune. See if I can't calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good. You can do another persuasion check.
Bad.
It remains wary as it continues to, almost like fetal position, keep to itself. It hasn't been fleeing from you, but it just seems like it is more concerned with tending to itself than paying much attention to you. All right, we'll go back to Alibaba real quick.
Are you trapped here too? In this cycle?
And you see, as Kipling nods yes.
Will you join me and we can break this cycle together?
At this concept, Kipling walks up right into your face and bows its head to you as it disappears in a burst of flame. And you, in a flash of light, leave this realm.
Cool.
We will return to
Say hi.
Anubis. What shall you do?
Anubis is very tempted into picking up his shield and just chucking it at the lion walking away. But he's not going to do that. So the lion's just walking away at this point, off into the distance?
Correct. He's not very far from you yet. He just began walking away.
Alright, I'll get up and slowly follow.
As you start to follow, it turns back at you and growls.
What do you want? What do you want from me?
Give me an insight check. Mr. Wisdom.
You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no. Insight. Okay. Terrible.
You can tell for some reason Dalio doesn't like you. There's something about this interaction that Dalio is not. It's not doing it for him. And we'll switch back to Keros.
Sensing now that it has more indifference than fear towards me, I'm gonna just slowly get up and start to walk towards it.
As you get close, it's going to start to move away from you, but you see it has a severe limp on its front left limb.
All right. Are you hurt? I can help you. I can heal you. I don't know if it would help very much, but
it stares at you with its round diode-like eyes, kind of hard to read.
Well, I'm not even certain it would work. Well, my magic might not work, but I'm good with my hands. I can help in other ways. Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of steadily walk towards it until it.
Well, it has not the capacity to get away from you fully, so you can catch up to it if you care to.
Yeah, I will.
It kind of half-heartedly bites at your hands as if you reach towards it, but it doesn't seem to have the strength to really fend you off per se.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds then if I have access to my spells.
You surely do.
I'm gonna try to cure it, even though it's
Casting cure wounds does not seem to do anything for it. Your magic dissipates as you attempt to heal it with that particular type of magic. Being an artificer, your healing magic is somewhat serum based. It's almost like in Star Wars, like Bacta, like a generic healing fluid, and it doesn't seem to have effect on this type of creature.
Entirely fair. Well, then I'm going to see if I can't do anything mechanically helpful. And I'm gonna maybe get out my Tinkerer's kit or something and see if I can't tinker around.
You see a flash of familiarity in Raynor's eyes as you pull out a Tinker's kit. And go ahead and do, I guess, a dexterity check with proficiency.
Sounds good.
I think that's Tinker's. Or intelligence, yeah. Just do something intelligence that you have proficiency in.
Sounds good. I'll go for Arcana.
That's fine. Yeah, that's terrific. You can see the way that her paw is injured, and you are able to repair it to a certain extent. And as she stands up, she sort of tentatively tests the paw and finds herself able to walk and bounces around you in joy and rubs up against your leg a little bit.
Oh. Give her a couple of pats.
As you pat her head, you find her ears are like almost like motorcycle handles, and you can rev them to make her purr. And you and Raynor disappeared from this realm, leaving only Amubis, who we will return to.
I wonder what the others are doing.
You got no idea.
I just clearly he doesn't want me to follow me. Clearly doesn't like me. So I'm just gonna let him walk away. If I'm gonna sit down and let him walk away, because I'm through with him.
He walks a certain distance away. I'd say about 30 or so feet, and he just sits on the ground with his chest puff out, looking at you with a very superior look on his face. You can go ahead and do another insight check if you'd like. So you can see what Dalio's feeling is disgust. Dalio feels disgusted at your weakness, and that's why he's not engaging with you.
I walked right up to him. I don't understand how he's disgusted with me.
Disgusted with your weakness?
Do you even lift?
Dude.
Exactly. He sees how lean you are. He sees your low strength stat.
Lubis charges in.
He's not a fan.
Well, perhaps I haven't hit the old treadmill lately, but I mean, I don't know what to do for that. Like, I don't have any of my stuff.
I mean, you have all your spells, you have your shield, you're just naked.
Okay.
The real strength was in you all along.
All along.
All along.
I cast the wishing spell. I'm just kidding.
I don't think they have that.
Wish myself away.
Beat him up.
Yeah, I think
Kick
I
his
will.
ass.
I think I will. Just out of spite at this point. Who are you to judge me? Solar Lion.
Headbutt him.
I'm trying to get...
Some sort of Soul Galio.
Exactly. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it.
Exactly.
Exactly. I can't get my sheet to load. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what my computer's freezing up. Sorry.
But I can control your sheet.
Okay. Could you do could you summon a spiritual weapon?
I sure can.
Okay. I just want to fling a spiritual weapon at him.
Let's see.
Fling.
Fling it. Emphasis on fling. I want it to come like Sidewinder. Like a little like sideways swipe. Like he's looking at me and he gets hit in the face to the side.
Alright. You rolled an 8. He ducks below your shield. But he does grin at you. He seems more amused than he previously was.
Guiding bolt.
You can do a melee attack. You can't do 2 in the same round.
Okay. Then I guess my Minotaur charge.
Chargement!
Seriously, I don't know what's up with my sheet, but I can't get it to load.
It's alright, I can do it for you. Yeah, that'll hit.
There you go.
Well, yeah, you do 8 piercing damage to him. And as he gets hits with your shield, he kind of grins a toothy grin of a lion, and he retaliates with a maul attack.
Can I do divine on that or no? I guess I can't because I've already.
No, you find yourself without access to your divine smite.
Oh, interesting. Like it's in front of
more
me the
sun.
whole time.
It's almost as if
You're back to vanilla milk.
he does an additional 12 damage to you as he strikes back.
Okay.
And what shall you do?
I'm gonna do the Sun Smasher again,
Sun Smasher.
and then I'm going to do a necrotic touch. I forget what it's called. Undead touch.
Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds. Alright, so we'll do a spiritual weapon and an inflict wounds. Spiritual weapon hits. He takes a 7 force damage.
Stupid lie.
He's starting to look pretty beat up. The inflict wounds misses. Because you or I rolled a natural 1. Who's to say?
Who's to say? No one knows.
Who's to blame for this natural
This,
one? We
the
can
stream
never tell.
doesn't know.
He's gonna maul you again as you guys find yourself rolling about in combat. That actually misses. What'll you do?
I'm gonna do Sun Smasher and then a solar shield.
Cool. Once I get all these buttons pressed.
Yeah, it's not easy being me.
Spiritual weapon will hit.
So many buttons.
Worry not. As you strike him again with your Sun Smasher, it makes him go to his knees, and he stands up, gives you a grin, and leaps at you, at which point you both disappear. Poof! Adequately delivering what he was looking for. And at this, you wake up in a familiar bed, in a familiar place, a familiar cabin. Very cozy bed. You awaken in the Smiling Man's house. But as each of you wakes up, you find at the foot of your bed a being that was not previously there. Let me.
What's this guy? Dare me.
So each of you now has access to a companion.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Anubis, you have access to Dalio, the beast of the land.
Nice.
And Karos, you have access to Raynor, who is a steel defender. And Alibaba, you have access to Kipling, a wildfire spirit.
All right.
Let me just get all that set up. So they have all their rules in there. You also all level up, so you're all level 5 for next session.
Nice.
Spells.
Spells. Let me see if I got this right. I should. You also have an additional. Poem.
Okay.
May or may not be relevant. I'll leave it with you.
Oh, Roger Kipling, that's good.
Yeah, man. So as you step downstairs with your beings in tow, you can see the familiar large armchair of the smiling man, and he sits with his back to you, as was the previous visit, and you hear his very strange voice say, "No coaxing rum, no plaintive cry. We'll say it's time for feeding. I've put away your bowl and all, the things you won't be needing. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?"
Per usual.
Yeah, and we can end there if you want.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
So, you retain some aspects of your previous cycle and lose others. So, Karos, you lose your channel divinity.
Okay.
But you maintain your wings, and you maintain your spellcasting focus shield.
Perfect. Yes.
And Anubis, you lose your divine smite.
No. Okay.
You maintain your shield and your milky eye.
Okay.
And Alibaba, you lose your meta magic, but you maintain your scales.
Okay.
And then you all gain, of course, your bestial companion.
Nice.
Hurrah.
That's pretty sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah. Dope.
Cool. All right, so yeah, for next session, y'all can level up to level 5.
Nice.
And for this cycle, you all have a partner.
Pokemon.
Way better than my last familiar.
Yes, this one can actually do a lot of stuff.
R.I.P. Newt.
Yeah,
No,
I went from
you still get Newt as well.
You have Newt still.
Okay.
Don't be rude to Newt.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think the character sheets put a fair bit of work into them. I think they should be pretty functional.
Perfect.
Seems pretty good.
Thank you, sir. Well, thank you again, PS Zombie, for another riveting campaign. You had us on the edge of our seats. Who would have thought we would have ran into Sister Rodell again so quickly? This is great. And
I
How did that happen?
it went about as well as last time too. So that's.
I don't know about y'all, but Alibaba's a little. He wants to take the low road.
Remarkably similar.
Yes.
Yeah, the order of death was, I believe, only slightly off.
Yeah.
Newt.
Oh, I will say, just as a parting shot for a final teaser for next week, Alibaba, you find your flask has a small flame shooting out the top of it in regular intervals, as it kind of vibrates, sputtering flames.
You're getting a
Man, check that out here, next session.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message.
That's cool.
Yeah, then I'll leave a voicemail. I never set that up.
The mailbox is full and cannot receive messages. All right, well, this was fun. We're going to sign off, but just a reminder, guys, out there, if you're listening to this now or later, you can still hit that follow button. You can still hit that subscribe or like. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. And you can find us here on Twitch. We are having these campaigns regularly on a Monday night. We're also trying to do some game sessions on Sunday night. So those are the two stable things, and stuff during the week. The best thing to do is to follow me on Instagram, PUTSU, and I'll keep you updated with all the haps during the week. This is me and the Putu crew, and we're saying good night. Everybody,
Night, Twitch.
good night.
Nay.
Stay healthy out there.